Our robot from last year, Steve, he had a launcher, and that launcher had to launch basketballs into 3 separate levels of hoops. And then at the end of the match, he had to take an arm, push down a ramp, and get up on top of that ramp and balance with other robots. Rage from 2011, his job was to take inner tubes like you find in your pool and hang them on 3 separate levels of pegs and make the first logo. And at the end of the match, he had to deploy a separate robot from on board onto a pole, and that robot had to climb the pole and hit a buzzer. Murphy's job from 2010, his job was to kick soccer balls across the field into large goals. He also had to climb over ramps, and at the end of the match, he had to hook onto a metal bar and pull himself up off the ground. Our very first robot, Elvis, his job was to scoop up balls and dump them into other robots' bins that they were pulling behind them. All these robots were built in exactly 6 weeks' time, not a minute to spare. We're about to do all of that in just 12 hours. So, let's go to the floor and see how it's going.
This build is important to us today because it's the first time in our history, in our 5-year history, that we've been able to put a robot together in one day. We started at 8 o'clock this morning, and we hope to be finished by 8 o'clock tonight. And it was a learning experience for the kids. And we think it's an excellent way for them to see what is needed, and we can also see what their interests are, so that when the build season starts January the 5th, they'll be ready to step in and start doing some things immediately. So do I think we're going to incur some problems? You bet, we always do. But the students are here to troubleshoot and problem solve, and they'll work their way through these problems. And it's a very similar experience to what they would have as an engineer in a factory, in a plant, in a manufacturing facility. So we're looking forward to it, and yes, I think there'll be problems, but I think we'll get some answers for those.
No.
How do you think the build today is going?
I think it's going good. The different teams are able to learn a little bit about each of the different stations, so everyone's getting an opportunity to check things out. Every team is making progress in their own area, so I think based on the day, we still got at least 8 hours or so left, so I think it's going well.
Something sounds bad on that.
What do you think the most frustrating part of the build was?
Okay, Ryan.
For Steve?
Yeah, or this one.
Oh, for this? That really not across anything frustrating yet.
Alright,
This is actually a pretty easy build.
good to know.
Get your distance from...
Normally, we build a robot in a few weeks. This is a day. Is there anything you have to do differently to adjust for this?
Well, you pre-order all your material, and you make sure everyone stays on task. Which is usually...
As a new person in the robotics team, can you say you're learning a lot from today?
I can, because so far I've gone to the pneumatics and to chain drive, and I've learned how to set up wheels and how to set up a working pneumatic system. So, and I did not do that before.
Things are going so far today?
Well, with the progress I've seen going, I believe it being 1:20, I believe we will be able to get this done by 8 p.m. tonight.
Okay, what do you think worst case scenario is, and how would you fix it?
The worst case scenario is we have a problem with the brain, and If something happens there, we'll have to reformat the brain and start anew.
Okay, and what do you do on the team normally?
I am normally the programmer, and I'm currently the head of the administrative staff.
So how do you think today is going so far?
Pretty well. We're making progress.
Okay, do you think it will get done today?
Yes.
All right. What is your favorite part so far?
So far, it would have to be probably pneumatics.
How do you think today's going?
I think it's going well. We're getting a lot of work done today.
Okay. Do you think we'll get the robot done?
Yeah, we'll have it done.
So, how do you think it's going so far?
I think the Build-a-Thon is going quite well today.
You think we'll get it finished?
I think we will get it finished.
So, what part of building the robot do you find most enjoyable?
I find actually working with PR to be the most enjoyable, or maybe some manufacturing sometimes, but mainly PR.
So, what do you think of the whole project?
I think the project's amazing. I think it's great to kind of looking at the different processes of how you're putting the things together, working on your motors and the gears, and but working as a team. I think that's a great component of this whole process. But doing it for, like I said, something that you've got a goal in mind and reaching how it's going to be, and building a bot to do that, and even ringing a bell. Obviously that coordinates definitely with the Salvation Army with our bell ringing season, but I think it's great. And then obviously doing something for the community means a great deal to us, because we're actually trying to reach out to so many families and children through this Christmas season, but throughout the year. I think it's going to be a great thing, and the funds that are raised for this will definitely help a lot of people that need some help and some hope during this Christmas time.
Thank you.
I'm coming. You're not working. All right. Ready? Got on. Test. Got a battery? Yeah. We got battery. We just gotta wait for it to reload. Oh! Yeah! Oh! We broke the bell. You broke the bell. You broke the bell.